What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? My doggone mixer acting up. Hold on, man. I'm still outside. Like I'm thinking it's the weekend chart prep. Let me get myself together. There you go. Get back in the London fog room, man. Stop playing. Stop playing. What's going on, man? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, everybody? Hey, man. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. You hear me? I'm back in the building. They can't hold me down. They can't hold me down. They can't. I'm back. Let me see somebody. I heard something pop in the Discord. Let me see what's happening. Let me see what's happening. Oh, that's tradition. Okay. I thought that might have been Robinson saying something slick. Thought that might have been Robinson saying something slick. But I'm back. I'm back. Hey, man. I appreciate everybody that reached out to me with the well wishes and the prayers. I ain't gonna hold y'all. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. But when I tell you I was hungry as a hostage today, when I got finished, me and my sweetie went to Panera Bread. I got down on there. He got a new sandwich in there. Got down. I was so hungry, man. But again, God is good, man. I appreciate y'all for your prayers and your well wishes. It really wasn't that bad. The worst part of it was like drinking that whole gallon of that solution, right? I had to drink a half a gallon within 2 hours from 6 to 8. And then I had to drink another half a gallon within 2 hours from 12 midnight to 2. And so that means I had to drink an 8-ounce cup every 15 minutes. When I tell you it was hard because it was nasty. You know what I'm saying? It was nasty. So it was really hard to get it down and keep it down. After like the 5th cup, right? And mind you, for the people in the back licking on erasers, you got to drink 8 cups for every half gallon. 8-ounce cups for every half gallon, right? So by the 5th cup, I'm not even halfway done yet. And I could barely keep it down. I'm like, because it's nasty. So I don't want to sip it. I'm just drinking the full 8 every time I get up at like 5, like within that 15-minute window, I just get up and down a whole 8. And I'm like, by the 5th cup, I'm sitting up there like, I could barely hold it down. I'm like, hey, it need to start going somewhere. If it don't leave there, it's coming out of here. It's got to do something. But you know, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I came to my hole. It wasn't that bad. And so since I was up, I peeked at the London, saw what the London was doing. You know what I'm saying? Went shopping in the London, picked up me a 5-piece tilapia with a side of fries. You hear me? Then came back this after me and my sweetie ate. You know what I'm saying? We hung out a little bit. We ate. Came back this afternoon. Got me another 5-piece tilapia with a side of coleslaw this time. Hey, man. Hey, now that we done separated the wheat from the tail, talk about my colonoscopy adventures, let's get into it, man. Look here. If this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, please allow me, Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. himself, to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbit, and I doubt that it's really your first time, I want to say welcome anyway and give you a nice hearty well, thank you. Especially the channel members. Thank you. For those that support the channel in a financial way, it's really unnecessary, but it's very much appreciated. You are appreciated. Man, today my daughter's birthday. She turned 23 years old today. Let me tell y'all, let me share this with you, then we're going to get back into it. Right? So when you go in the back, they say, hey, them little things there, turn them off. Your jewelry, Take it off. Take everything off. Turn it off, right? So when I wake up and me and my sweetie, we at Panera Bread. My sweetie, she like, oh, you did good. You doing better than me because I couldn't even hardly walk. I was like, man, I do this, man. I told y'all it's gonna be good, right? So I was like, man, my daddy was alcoholic, man. It's in my blood. I can handle this stuff. So I get the Panera Bread. I'm in the bathroom because I'm scared. I ain't gonna hold you. If you don't like disgusting stuff, close your ears in 3, 2, 1. I don't like to fart while I'm on this stuff. I be paranoid about blowing the butt trumpet, right? As my wife friends say, fanny burp. I don't like to make my fanny burp while I'm on this stuff, right? So if I feel like my fanny got a burp, I'm gonna go to the restroom, you know what I'm saying? So that I don't have no accidents. And so I can let my fanny burp, right? So I turn my phone on. I say, let me call my baby the day her birthday, right? The day her birthday. Make sure ain't nothing on my screen. There ain't nothing but some junk mail. This one right here, that's throwback. This one right there. Today her birthday. She turned 23 today, right? I said, let me call my baby, right? Soon as I turn it on, blah, 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 all the notifications come in. Guess what? The first one I see on the, see how it's got notifications on the screen right there? The first one that was resting right there. Amaya sent the Cash App request for $100 for my birthday. I told y'all, they know your number. When they want something, they know your number, right? So I FaceTime her. Me and Calandra talked to her. Happy birthday. I sent her the money. She texted me back. She said, thank you. Tell some. Am I too old to be asking for no? What she said? She said, I said, did you get it? She said, yes. Am I too old to be receiving birthday money? Thank you, Dad. I love you. Well, thank you, Daddy. I love you. Right? I'm Daddy when they want something. Thank you, Daddy. I love you. Right? I said, I don't care if you're 100. You can always ask dear old Dad for some federale. You hear me? So, the moral of the story is, God is good and my wife is amazing. I got a beautiful family. My wife is amazing. When we was coming out the place, I heard the lady tell my wife, she was like, he really loves you. I'm assuming while I was high, I must have been saying something about my wife. Because when we walked out, I got up out of the thing. Ain't nobody have to help me because, hey, it's in my blood, right? So I get up, I'm getting in the car, and I just hear the lady say, he really loves you, right? And I'm like, why did she say that? Because I don't remember saying anything about her butt when they was getting ready to put me under. The only thing I remember talking about was the last time I got put to sleep and how quick it acted. And they were like, yeah, it's going to act fast. And it act quick. Because I was like, last time I made it back by 4 seconds, I might have got to like around 7. Mr. Rogers, you're all done. That was it. Hey, man. Now, we've officially separated the wheat from the tare with all my storytelling. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. I appreciate y'all for supporting the channel just by pulling up. I was talking to the people financial. I appreciate y'all, but I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody. Even if you a channel member or not, I appreciate you for pulling up because my mission is to help as many people as possible get their aha moment. If you don't know who I am, if this happened to be your first time pulling up, if you happen to be watching the replay, I'm Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. I get on Algo's internet every single day, Monday through Friday, that is, at 9 a.m. East Standard Time, and talk about the overnight price action. 6:30 p.m. East Standard Time, talk about the price action that happened that day. In the morning, we discuss what can possibly happen that day. In the evening, we review what actually happened that day, and we try to look at it in a non-biased way. Yeah, if we got it wrong, if we got it right, we just try to look at the price in a non-biased way to see what the price action was really trying to tell us. No matter if it hit our target or not, we dive deep into the price action to see what are the little nuances so that we can remember the next time we see it taking shape. And we know how to react. Y'all seen that? Y'all used to dance like this? Clear. 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 Y'all remember that? Hey, I saw something about pills. I took the pills instead of drink. I took pills too. I took pills Friday. No. I took Friday. I couldn't eat no nuts and seeds. Saturday, I took pills. And then Sunday, it was all liquid diet and drinking the yuck like Sunday night and then early Monday morning. So they really wanted me cleaned that. They really wanted me cleaned that. I guess they were like, you full of junk. London was good to me. That's what's up, Tranisha. What's going on, Angela? Since I'm looking at chat, let's say what's up to everybody. What's up? Here to learn and share. What's up, KC? I'm your boogie man. That's what I. What's up? We outside. Now we came back inside. What's up, Stacks? What's up, Will? Shout out Will. Will pulled up when I did the special pop-up to do the price action. I did it on Sunday. I made it available for all channel members. Let me say that. All channel members, silver, gold, black spider. I did a special pop-up weekend chart prep. I ain't had nothing going on. Wasn't doing nothing. Just sitting in the house. So I did a weekend chart prep. I was going to record it and share it in the membership section. But I said, hey, I don't feel like editing. So I'm just going to do a live and save it. And it's available for all channel members. And if you silver, I know before silver, wasn't privy to that, but it's for all channel members. All of them. I appreciate y'all. What's up, Linda? What's going on, Tranisha? I said what's up to you already. Michelle Taco! What's going on, Michelle? See, well, I don't even understand how my C walk. What's up? What's up, Aunt? What Robinson said? What's up, Angela? Man, don't nobody want to hear about you. Hey, we fun to make us up a song right now. Let me see you do that work. Let me see you do the fanny burp. Fanny burp. Yeah, fanny burp. Woo! Fanny burp, burp, burp. Let me see you do that fanny burp. What's going on, MC? My sweetie in the building. What's up, Chess World? What's good? What's up? What's up, Luke? I ain't seen you in the month of Sundays. What's happening, Father of Legends? I salute you with both hands. Now let's get into the price action. Let me pull up Trade and View. Trade and View. Trade and View is up. Is up. As y'all notice, I have some stuff on the screen. Now let's go in there and see what I got on the screen. This right here, let's start at the top. This right here, that right there is buy-side liquidity that is anchored to the Friday 8 a.m. hourly candle. That right there is the daily high that's anchored to Thursday's high. So that's Thursday's daily high. This is Friday's 1 hour high anchored to the 8 o'clock candle, right? Do the math if you're not on TradingView. This right here is a 1 hour bullish fair value gap that was created by that same candle. The Friday's 8 a.m. hourly candle created that BISI or bullish fair value gap on the 1 hour. This next rectangular shape down. Can y'all see my screen? I can't see y'all. Yes, y'all can. Okay, so this rectangular shape down is a 15-minute breaker. I would have to drop lower to see what the candle is, but it's inside of this 7 a.m. From Friday. Friday 7 a.m. candle. It's inside that candle, but it's a bullish 15-minute breaker, but it's inside that order block right there. That order block that was created by the 7 a.m. candle, it's inside there. And then this little skinny one down here, that's a 15-minute volume imbalance. That's inside there. We'll drop lower to see the time frame on those. Then this red line here is sell side liquidity, resting below again that 8 a.m. on Friday candle. That's the day the market was closed. This big green rectangular box is a 1 hour bullish breaker, right? Created by the Thursday 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. hourly candles, right? This darker green rectangular shape is a 1 hour fair value gap created by Thursday's 11 a.m. 1 hour candle, right? This black line right down here, that would be chi-square encroachment on this hourly 9 o'clock hourly candle on Thursday, right? This black line here, ignore, that's from my higher time frame stuff. That's a weekly wick. We ain't gonna worry about that right now. And the other one up there, that's a weekly wick. We ain't gonna worry about either. Now, okay, that's everything. Oh yeah, and then this right here, this purple line is the weekly low, anchored to that 9 a.m. Thursday 9 a.m. candle. That's the weekly low for last week, right? And yes, the weekly low for last week. And this sell side liquidity, that's also the daily low for well, the market was closed, so ignore that. But this is the weekly low for last week, and that would also be like the daily low for Thursday. This was the daily high for Thursday. That's the daily low for Thursday. Okay, now let's get it started. Okay, so looking at what price did based off of what we marked out. Let's go down to, we said that was on 15 minutes, so let's go to 15 minutes and find out where that information, where the money resides, So the 15-minute breakers was in between the 7:15 and the 7:30 on Friday candles. 7:30 and 7:15 and 7:30 in the morning, and then the volume imbalance is in between the 8:15 and the 8:30 candle from Friday morning. That's where those imbalances were anchored. Now, as you see, we opened up Friday. On Friday, we do Friday. Friday, we did a whole lot. We shot up. We went up on Friday, came back down. I don't know if anybody was looking at the charts on Friday, so but I'm just gonna ignore it because I wasn't. But we did a whole lot of dilly-dally and doodle-doodle, right? On TradingView, if I'm not mistaken, I think TradingView lumps that off day into Thursday's candle. If I'm not mistaken, let's go and look. Does it? Yes, it does. So you got a Thursday candle, then a Monday candle. So it lumped all of that information into Thursday's candle, and then Monday candle, you got a Monday candle. So you got this long, funny looking candle right there on Monday. All right. Now let's go back down to we can just go down to 5 minute. We don't need to rest on the 15 minute. We just go to 5 minute so we can get all the detail, right? As much detail as possible. Let's make this full screen so we can see the whole day, right? And then we'll dig into we're going to leave it squanched up, and then we're going to dig into the information in a minute. Just quick overview. So Sunday. Right here. So right here, this is when we opened up on Sunday right there. Right. All this price action over here, that was Friday. Right. So we opened up on Sunday right here, and I marked out some stuff that we had did on Friday. I want to see how price react. The sell side liquidity I marked out was from Friday. The buy side was from Friday. Right. My thinking was, we were consolidating. We popped up right above all of this buy side up here. Right now, I was looking to see if we was going to come back down and take out this sell side, and I was giving it to all the way down to this consequent encroachment. That's why I marked out the consequent encroachment. Right, I marked out the breaker, the fair value gap, and the consequent encroachment. Right, the consequent encroachment was the last line of defense for us to make a bounce off of. If we broke through that, I was giving it down into this weekly fair value gap, this daily fair value gap, all this stuff down here. Right, I was like, this the stuff down here that I'm giving it to if we break through there. Fun fact, this bottom fair value gap, that's where I want price to get to for my swing idea that I had for the calls. That's where I wanted price to get to down there. Right there. See, preferred price, that's where I wanted it to get to. Possible entry, that's the, if price get there and it's not looking like it want to keep falling, those are those areas right there. Fun fact. Right now, price came down a little bit after we opened up. Let me open up a little. I got it squanched up a little too much. Right, when we opened up, we pushed up a little bit, then price dropped down. Right, coming below the sell side, up under this little consolidation there. We hit the high. Right, we came back down and consolidated on Friday's daily high, pushed back up into a small fair value gap right there at the breaking market structure, broke down again below the consolidation, coming into a 5-minute fair value gap right here. Right, all of that is inside this hourly fair value gap. Right, so we're inside the hourly fair value gap and this 5-minute fair value gap, consolidating. Right, hit the top of the bullish breaker right over here, skated along the top of the bullish breaker for a while up until after midnight. After midnight, we got down into the middle of the breaker, flirted around with the breaker all the way up until we dipped below it, hit the volume imbalance, dipped below it, hit the volume imbalance, hit it again. Then we pushed up, came back to the top of the breaker, bottom of the fair value gap, back to the middle of the breaker, back up to the daily high, consolidated, and then we fell off a cliff. Fell out the window. Boom. Landed on top of this 1-hour breaker. Right? Landed on top of the 1-hour breaker. Boom. Right? Pushed back up into a bearish fair value gap. Fell off a cliff again. Landed on top of consequent encroachment of the weekly wick. Boom. Right? Hit it. Kept sliding down. Right, slid out the bottom of the breaker, pushed all the way down to consequent encroachment of that hourly wick, the last line of defense that we had before taking out the weekly sell side liquidity tie. Right, push back up, got a shift here, pulled back down into this order block there. Got a nice little implied fair value gap on that big candle right there. Wick down below it a little bit. Tap through that volume imbalance a little bit, right? Got back into that right. Looked like it came wick for wick. Did it? I don't know. I ain't gonna check it. Push back up, hit that order block, breaking market structure again. Came back down to where that same order block there just got below that prior low, right? That we made at 10 a.m. And then nothing could stop it. It's all the way up. Came back up. Breaking market structure there, got back up to the sell side liquidity tie, right? Taking off away from here. all of this right here. Now they're treating all of that as a balanced price range. How do we know? Because we took off like crazy after offering sell side, buy side, sell side, buy side, sell side, buy side, right? And when we got back to the sell side liquidity and the top of this fair value gap right there, used it as support, got on top of the breaker, used it as support, came back down to it one more time, pushed up. We're still trying. We're still using them as support. And now we're on top of that last fair value gap. Once we got back above it, we started using them as support again. Now, let's go through and look at the nitty-gritty detail of Buenas tardes, Valdez. Buenos tardes. Oh, speaking of, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry, y'all. Y'all know what we didn't do? Do y'all know what we didn't do? If you would turn your screen over here to the far, whatever side that is for you, right, left, I don't care. You will see I'm hovering over a spot that says SPY. The SPY is the ETF that tracks the performance of the S&P 500. The ES futures is what we are talking about, but we forgot to do one very important thing. We forgot to go holler at our homegirl Spylene. And not only did we forget to holler at our homegirl Spylene, we forgot to turn on all the lights, right? So let's go over here and turn on the lights. Light a candle. Now that the lights are on, let's go holler at Spylene. Around here, we call it Spylene. You call it SPY if you want to, but we wrote a song for you. If you know the lyrics, clear your voices, get your throats together, and sing it with me now. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, and Spylene, Spylene, where you at, baby? Here I go. Hey, how you doing? I'm glad that you came through. Oh, Spylene, girl, what you done do? Spylene, Spylene, you just consolidating, baby. You just consolidating. I'm so sorry, Spylene. We ain't checked on you in a while. Look at how you're looking. Look at how you're looking. Just let me take this stuff off because you're looking like you're looking. As y'all can see, Spylene has just been consolidating for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days at least. These 5 days, we have been trading in just a tight little range. We have been doing nada. We have been doing nada. Look at there. Look at there. We came up and we took out the buy side liquidity, and then we just slid to the side. Let's go see what's on the economic calendar real quick to see why Spylene moving like this. What are we coming upon? What are we coming upon on the economic calendar? What in the haberdashery? Get out of my way. Okay, makes sense. We have CPI on Wednesday, PPI on Thursday. Okay. We got some important stuff this week. So it makes sense for the SPY just to be kind of consolidating. Because, coming towards CPI and stuff like that, the market will make a move, then slide to the right. Slide to the right. It makes sense. Okay. Now that we have seen that, and it makes sense in our head now, let's go back to the ES and see if we can get down to the nitty-gritty of the price action and see what the algos actually did. Let's start with the London. We're going to start with the London. And then we're going to go slap through the New York, and then we're going to call it because we've been on here for 29 minutes, and we're going to get it done. We're going to get her done. So when the London opened up, we were right here. We opened up the London at 41.27.50. 41.27.50. We opened up the London, and that would have been just at the low 41.27.50, like I thought, just at the low of this bullish breaker, right? We were right at the low of the bullish breaker when we opened up. Skated along the low of the bullish breaker. Again, like I said, we pushed up into the yes, we pushed up into the high of the day. Let's go down to 5 minute to look at some more detail on there. I mean, the 1 minute. We're gonna go down to the 1 minute and look at some more detail on there. Because the 5 minute ain't giving us a lot of detail. It was, it was some movement in there, but it wasn't big grand moves. There wasn't big grand moves in the London. I ain't gonna hold you. It wasn't big grand moves in the London. Kind of hard to see the candles on that 1 minute. Kind of hard to see the candles on that 1 minute when they do it like they do it like they do it. When they do it like they do it like they do it. Okay. So looking here we go. Right. So we came down. Like I said, wasn't no big moves in the London, but we came down here, down to the volume imbalance, taking out the sell side, right? Taking out the sell side there. As we're coming down, the dollar is coming down with it, right? Showing weakness and what? Divergence, because the dollar and the ES are coming down together, right? They're both moving in a downward direction. If you look at the dollar, it's moving down. Look at the ES, it was consolidated. Then it moved down below the lows. So the dollar is showing weakness. The ES is consolidating, showing relative strength, right? Because consolidating and dropping, consolidating while it's dropping, and then a quick drop below right here, drop below the sell side while the dollar is dropping off. Dollar showing weakness, ES showing relative strength, right? ES push up, comes up, takes out the high right here, right? Push up, takes out the high right there. Dollar still showing weakness. When the ES popped up to take out that high, the dollar is just consolidating right there, right? Dollar consolidating right there, and then the dollar pops up into a small fair value gap right here. The dollar pulls up into that fair value gap right there, and it's another fair value gap just above it. So you got two fair value gaps right there, but that's the main one I was watching, right? So as the ES comes up, takes out that high, dollar pops up into a fair value gap. I'm looking forward to hit it and then drop off because it has been showing weakness and the ES has been showing relative strength, right? So as the ES takes out the high and starts to come back down, what is the attention on for the ES, right? The imbalance that was created when it went up and took out the, God dog it. The imbalance that was created when it went up and took out said high. Let me change the color of that. Right? So ES came up, took out the high, right? Come back down into the imbalance, right? The dollar goes down, takes out the low, comes back up into the imbalance, right? That's your entry right there on that imbalance there, right? You have a fair value gap combined with an order block right there, right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? Entry there at 27.50. All you need is 32.50 to get a 5-piece. Bob's your uncle right over here, right? So the trade is 335, right? The exit is 32.50 right there. 512. right? It don't always come super quick. They don't always come super quick. Sometimes you got to just sit because the trades don't always come super quick. So there you go. Enter there on the 335 candle, exit there on the 512 candle. Yes, that's the 512 candle. I might have got out on the 510, but it stopped right at the 3250, so it might have got out. I've had plenty of times where it kissed my target, kissed my entry, have the number showing that it printed that number and still does not take my order. So that's why I go to the one that actually pushed through to say, hey, this is when you would have got out. So that is, what's that? Almost 2 hours, almost a 2-hour trade that you would have had to sit in. It don't always come quick. It don't always come quick. I know you might be saying, Tim, but if it was selling down, what made you want to buy? Glad you asked that question, little Timmy Rogers, right? We've been selling down all night long and came to support, selling all night long and came to support, right? We're right at the bottom of a breaker, right at a volume imbalance, right? Right at this market structure break right here, right there. Support, support, support. If you stretch that out some, stretch that out some, stretch that out some, right? Right here at this volume imbalance, what's right here? When you come up to that point, come down to that point, then come up there, what is sitting right here? Can someone in the chat please tell me what would be sitting right here while I'm circling my mouse set? What would be right here? We consolidated, we pushed up, we came down and took our sell side, and we pushed up and took our buy side. What would be here in this spot? What I am circling, what would be here in this spot where I am circling? What would be there? What would that be? A breaker. Very good. Very good. A breaker, right? And what is a breaker's job? A breaker's job is to stop price from going any lower or any higher, right? One. That's reason number one. Like KRS1, right? We've come down to an area of support in the shape of a volume imbalance and a breaker. That's all the way over there. Two, this was the final nail in the coffin to say, hey, there's something here. I want to partake in a nibble, if you will. See how the how the ES came down and started consolidating, right? Right here. See how the dollar is just consolidating right here, right? Notice around this time here, at around, let's say 1 o'clock time frame, the ES started going down, but the dollar didn't start going up. The dollar was getting weak also, right? The ES was kind of consolidating sort of to the upside. The dollar was consolidating sort of to the upside. That's divergence. And then all of a sudden, the dollar freaking died. Ah! The dollar freaking died. The dollar gave up the ghost. The ES held strong, right? Held strong on the ES. And then it just dropped a little bit below the low, hit the support, and then popped up above where it fell off the cliff at. See, when the ES fell off the cliff, it fell off the front porch. When the dollar fell off the cliff, it fell off the fifth floor where Brahman stayed. So the dollar was showing weakness The ES was showing relative strength, right? We had been selling down all night, right? We had been selling down all night. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna try to get in on this London protraction here. That's what I'm gonna try to get in on. Shooting for a nice little 5. The nice little 5 came about, you know. It took a little time to get there. Right here, it got real close right there. Then it came back, gave somebody else an opportunity to enter. Didn't even notice that to just now. Didn't even notice that to just now. Look at there. If you did not take it, I just noticed this now, because once I got into the trade, I was looking at cow feet, you know what I'm saying, getting ready to go. Matter of fact, I went to bed a little after 4. So right around here. So right around here is when I went to bed. I went to bed right around here because it was a little after 4 when I went to bed. Right? Didn't even notice that. But let's check that out. After coming back down here, right? That was the entry I was talking about, right? We got another move up, right? Broke up above all this right here. A real clear breaking structure right here. Nice, clear breaking structure right there. Squanch it up so you can see it. Pushed up, nice, clear breaking structure, right? The dollar still dumping, right? Then we pulled back. Where do we pull back into? We had us a nice breaker and fair value gap right there, right? Well, Tim, where's the breaker and the fair value gap? Glad you asked that question, little Timmy Rogers. I'm glad you asked that question, right? We have a low right here. Equal lows right there under this consolidation right there, sitting on top of this liquidity void, right? This liquidity void right here, fair value gap and liquidity void all up in there, right? Consolidation right there, nice smooth equal lows. This high right here came down, broke that low right there. We took off, pow! Took out that high right there. This high also, what was left in the wake, that fair value gap right there, right? I'm glad I went back and started running my mouth because I noticed this, right? Fair value gap right there. Breaker right there. Let's make the breaker red. We're going to make the breaker red, right? Fair value gap right there. Where the price come back down into. Consequent encroachment of the fair value gap into the wick of the breaker, right? This is the entire breaker. If you want to use the last up close candle, like ICT teach most of the time, that will be the format in which you draw it out. The last up close candle in the move. But since all these are consecutive up close candles, you can use those there. These little dojis, if you don't want to count those, right, then you'll just go there. I just included them because they're green. But for all intents and purposes, let's just pretend like the dojis might have been red. So you would just mark the breaker out like that. And you came back to mean threshold and consequent encroachment at the same time, giving you an opportunity to get in with the more confirmed entry. With the more confirmed entry, right? Let's take it, you took it off the touch. So you need 34.25 for your 5 points. 34.25 for your 5 points right there. You got 34.25 at 542, entering at 429. So a little over an hour for the second entry, almost 2 hours for the first entry. 2 different entries for 5 points each during the London, right? Like we talk about, you can find them 5 points every day. I've been on here for a really long time, so sorry, we're not going to get to the New York price action. We're not going to get to the New York price action. And if Robinson acts very nicely, I'll do the New York price action. But if he don't act nicely, we're not going to do the New York price action. Again, I thank y'all for all that you do. I thank y'all for support. Let's go check out the channel members. Let me see if it's anybody I need to shout out from the channel members. Let's see if there's anybody I need to shout out from the channel members. While I'm looking for that, again, I just want to say thank you to everybody for pulling up. I want to say thank you to everybody for the kind words. I want to say thank you to the people that reached out to me on the personal side, outside of just social media. Okay, we got somebody that joined yesterday, 1 day ago. Connie Settles. We got somebody that joined. Connie Settles. I appreciate you, Connie, for joining, for pulling up, joining. Connie Settles pulled up, joining the Black Spiders. I really appreciate that. Shout out. Y'all know I can't never say his name. Todd got the fancy dancy badge. 0100 got the fancy dancy badge. I think we already shouted out Trey and Q. Yo, we shouted out Q. If you don't know what the fancy badge is, the light blue badge with the star mean that them people been supporting the channel in a financial way for longer than a month. Right? Shout out to everybody with the fancy badges. I think, yeah, we shouted out these people because I remember Toomey, the 2 monters. Yeah. And shout out there, even though it don't give a new badge for these levels. Shout out Angela on 3 months. I don't know if I did this already. Lil Hawk on 3 months. Here to Learn and Share on 3 months. Rhonda Green out here making the children eat cake with the new headshot on 3 months. Cool It Now. Hey, watch out on 3 months. Miss MJ on 3 months. Kareem on 3 months. Pamela on 3 months. Derek on 3 months. Will on 3 months. RM on 3 months. Hines on 3 months. Jennifer on 3 months. KC and the Sunshine Band on 3 months. Seawalk on 3 months. Kirk Max on 3 months. The Eraser Liquor on 3 months. DXM is on 3 months. Laverne is on 3 months. Mendez on 3 months. Calio on Michelle Taco on 3 months. Sanjay got 3 months. Candlesticks 3 months. Thomas Chun 3 months. Father of Legends 3 months. And T. Lewis all have been supporting the channel for 3 months in a financial way. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. YouTube don't give a new badge until 6 months, but I appreciate y'all. So I had to say you by name. I'm going to try to remember T. Lewis was the last one that I said for 3 months. Shout out everybody, man. I appreciate y'all. Shout out the members that were supporting and decided to terminate the memberships. I appreciate y'all for supporting in a financial way. I appreciate y'all for continuing to pull up. Shout out Tranisha. Tranisha is the Spider Gang member of the millennium. Why is that? Because Tranisha always pulling up with the hard-hitting super chats. Like I say, anything, any kind of way y'all want to support the channel in financial way is totally unnecessary, but I appreciate it. And I want you to know that I appreciate it. Because I'm still going to get on here and do what I do every day. But this is just the way. So, hey, look, y'all say y'all like TradingView. Y'all like to look at TradingView better. So guess what? I take the money that y'all put into the memberships, your hard-earned coin, and then I pay for the TradingView subscriptions so that y'all can look at it on what you want to see. Because if it was up to me, it'd be on Ninja Trader, the thing I already bought. Hey, man. Hey. Look here, man. As always, please, I beg of you, do not put off till tomorrow what you can say today. Let your loved ones know that you love them today. Nobody's promised tomorrow. Trust me, no one is promised tomorrow. All right. I went in today and had a relative safe procedure, right? But no, nothing's guaranteed. They give you all of these warnings that, hey, by the slim chance, if you give us permission to run your limpless body down the street to the hospital, if we can't do anything for you, they put it in the fine print. Who's your emergency contact? Because nothing is guaranteed. Anytime they put you under, there's always a chance. But God is so good that he said, get on up. But one day, he's not going to say, get on up for every last one of us. So take advantage today. Let your loved ones know that you love them today. Don't put it off till tomorrow, because one day tomorrow not going to come. And trust me, that's a hurt you don't want to live with, especially if you got some unresolved issues lingering. Work it out, man. Tell your family members that you love them. Don't just say it. Don't just show it. Say it, show it, and confirm it. Because ain't nothing worse than doing all you can to express your love and your family member not receive it because you're not saying it in the way that they need to hear it. Meaning, you need to speak in their love language. If their love language is not words of affirmation, right? You tell them how great they are and compliment them on things that they do and lifting them up. You're wasting your time because that's not their love language. Figure out what their love language is and communicate in their love language. Do it with your kids, do it with your friends, do it with your spouse, even do it with your enemies. Love thy neighbor, saith the Lord's word. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Everybody turn and look at Robinson and say, hey, man. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Each and every one of you. I'll see y'all in the morning for the overnight price section. Enjoy your families, enjoy your dinner. Whatever you're going to do, go on, man.